Everyone knows tefillin are square, they're black, you put them on your arm, you put them on your head, you put them at this time of the day, you don't wear them another time of the day. Tzitzit, it's very clear. 4-cornered garments, yes. Other cornered garments, no. Wool, every halakha, Shabbat, Kashrut, you name the halakha, and we have super clear parameters, how we keep those halachot, how we observe them, how we practice. I'm aware that today, everything is confused again. So I'm aware that what kind of tefillin, how many pairs of tefillin, I'm aware that tzitzit will do this kind of tzitzit, that kind of tzitzit. I know that's what a halakha looks like today. You know that I'm not from that Bet HaMikdash. The fact that today it went back to being tohu vavohu v'choshech al penei tehom. The world was, before it was created, it was chaos and darkness was everywhere. That's where we're at today in the realm of halakha. But in real rabbinic law, there's a lot of clarity. All of a sudden comes the areas of civil law, and it's like the Torah is leaving huge gaps in what it's not talking about, or what it's not able to control, or what it's not willing to prosecute. And some people could say, see, that's a deficient book from a long time ago of primitive people that were walking through a desert. Yes, that may be a way that some people will look at the Torah. Chas v'shalom that in our Bet HaMikdash we will look at the Torah like that. Rather, Rabbi Chaim David HaLevi is going to explain to us. This is the whole point. The Torah is making it glaringly obvious that so much of what is required to govern a society is dependent on the society. It's dependent on what generation you're in. It's dependent on so many factors that only the Batei Din of that generation can actually make detailed rules for that generation. If the Torah were to legislate all of the areas of civil life according to the parameters of 2,000 years ago, more, 3,000 years ago, then you would be living in a world in which the Torah is entirely irrelevant to the ways of life that we are living in right now. And therefore the Torah left room, exactly that, room for human input into the way that we govern ourselves. Now I know that last time I taught a shiur on this topic, not from inside of this Bet HaMikdash, but from outside, I got a lot of hate of how could you say that? The Torah is perfect. Chas v'shalom that I'm telling you the Torah is not perfect. To the contrary, the Torah is so perfect that it left room for us to be able to constantly adjust and shift certain things. Tefillin is not changing from 3,000 years ago until today. But society changes. The status of women in society changes. The status of non-Jews in society changes. The status of what is considered an adult in society, that might change also. And so much of the way that we govern ourselves is dependent on where we are, who are we living with. And therefore the Torah intentionally, in order for it to remain relevant forever, leaves gaps. And I know this is not the way that most people study Torah, but unfortunately the answers on the other side can't possibly be the truth.